The coronavirus disease, or also known as COVID-19, is an infectious disease caused by a new strain of coronavirus. This virus and disease were unknown before the outbreak began in Wuhan, China in December 2019. On March 7, 2020, the first local transmission of COVID-19 was confirmed. On March 16, 2020, the entire island of Luzon, including Metro Manila, was placed under enhanced community quarantine. Social distancing was also strictly imposed. Frontliners have been asking for more protection like face masks, personal protective equipment, testing kits, and laboratories where the test can be diagnosed, like what the Research Institute for Tropical Medicine has been doing. People are started to panic. They rushed to the market and bought anything they could lay in their hands, and on the limit was the availability of money they had with them. People who are staying outside the quarantine area had rushed to the airports and bus stations to cash up the last trip out. The government banned the main transportation, so the workers have been walking back to their home outside Manila. The quarantine includes the curbing of people's freedom to earn a living. These steps severely affected the daily wage workers. The no work, no pay will mean no food for their families. The aid package promised to them is still being finalized by different government agencies, and many of them have not received them yet. How many days will the people have to wait for the most needed food? The burden was placed on the local government to feed the people, while the national agencies of the government are still trying to plan the manner of mechanism to distribute an aid package. The mob rule types of control forced the farmers to give away or throw away their agricultural products because they could not sell them in Metro Manila. How can they enthusiastically fight the unseen enemy with empty stomach? The worst situation is that people look at the medical frontliners as part of the virus as carriers and should be turned away and should be eliminated altogether. This kind of situation makes one think that since the people cannot see the virus, then it is easy to fight the visible objects like the medical frontliners. Unity is the basic requirement for kabayanihan. To go one step higher, bayanihan should never be used to divide people based on their beliefs, political affiliations, race, and gender. Healing starts with being aware of our wounds or virus, which at present affects us all.
Hi, I'm Kim and I'm here to share my thoughts regarding this pandemic. I am not throwing straight up hate to our government. I'm simply going to ask what happened this past 2 months, like where did all the money go? Because there seems to be a lack of proper management together with their questionable decisions. All I can say is that they should know what to prioritize. Because along with this pandemic, there are a lot of other issues happening at the same time. As if there is no disease going around. We have around 13,000 active cases now, and what we are more worried for is some company or store is going out of business or might go out of business. You all are encouraging to have people to have compassion, but words without actions won't do a thing, especially to our government workers and the so-called public servant. It's not the public that's supposed to serve you. You are supposed to serve the public. I'm not generalizing, but you know who they are. I hope that, people with power and authority will use their capabilities with compassion.
Iba na aawa ko, bibigay lang sa kanila 2 kilos na bigas tapos 2 dalata for 1 week. Hindi yung sasapat. Tapos paano naman yung mga tao na walang trabaho? No work, no pay. Paano sila? Saan sila kukuha? Saan sila iiyak na lang yung mga anak nila, wala silang ibibigay? Sila naman maging considerate yung mga LGU. Saka
common problem of having COVID-19. Not having enough facilities for the COVID patient? What about the vaccine? And how about the poor Filipinos? Where's the budget of government for them?
Personally, I am teaching Chinese students, and alam naman natin na sa Chinese galing yung sakit. But then, I am teaching mostly children. ages 12 and then below. So they are children and then wala pa silang kaalam-alam sa mga nangyayari. So my role is to teach them, to entertain them, and then hindi ma-distract sa mga nangyayari sa mundo.
I'm Mr. Mark Sarton from San Bartolome High School. Bilang guro sa Pilipinas, kami ng mga gawain para sa mga mag-aaral natin na alam natin ngayon na nasaan kanilang mga tahanan dahil nga sa COVID pandemic sa ating bansa at maging sa buong mundo, at para na rin sa kapakanan sa kaligtasan ng ating mga mag-aaral ay ang DepEd ay nagkaroon din ng mga tinatawag nating DepEd Promos para sa mga mag-aaral na nasa kanilang tahanan upang sa gayon maging produktibo naman sila habang sila ay nasa bahay, no?
I'm Kimberly Siliar, an architecture student, and taking online classes as an alternative to our normal daily classes is a burden to us, especially that this course is a skill-based learning and we should be guided by our professors personally. Yes, online tutorial in YouTube is very much reliable, but we have a lot of concerns that our professors, which is an architect, who could only answer our possible questions. But unfortunately, we had a hard time to catch up to our lessons because we and our professors are experiencing poor internet connections. Currently,
Stay at home.
please stay at home.
And help save lives.